This is us. This is our standard. It's not just winning football games, but it's what it takes to win football games. How we win, how we play, how we practice. Those things are indicative of us being successful. So that mood and that mode of practice, that mode of meeting, and that mentality that we have as a football team is my responsibility, and it's my job to help us stay in that fast and explosive and fun and enjoyable environment that helps us be successful.
What have you seen out of the 2012 offensive line recruiting class over the years, and kind of how have they grown throughout the years? Now, obviously, you got a lot of them starting.
Well, I think the big thing for that group right now is growth. Last year, once again, one of the things that I kicked myself for, I probably put them up on a pedestal way too early. I was so excited about this group having the opportunity to play and play together. I didn't recognize, which I should, kick myself later. You start 4 new starters on the offensive line and put the pressure on them to be great. That's not fair. It's just not fair. They had to learn a lot. They had to gel. So you talk about individual learning. Yes, I'm learning individual lessons, but now I've got to learn to speak this language with the bullets flying. And looking at Josh Garnett, and Josh played great the year before. He played about 10 plays a game. Now he goes from 10 to 65 or 70. And now I'm next to Andrews, which we're good buddies, we know each other, but now we're playing under fire for the first time, and you're playing against, #1 picks at Washington, you're playing against some great players at Notre Dame and great players at UCLA, and stuff's happening fast, and they had to learn some lessons. Later in the year, I think we learned a lot of lessons. I think we got a little more comfortable. I think we as coaches knew what they did well and what they didn't do well, so we could utilize that knowledge to help them be successful a little bit better. We ran the ball better. We protected better. Everything was better at the end of the year, and part of that was 4 new guys gelling together as one unit.
The red zone.
5 minutes remaining for Stanford. 5 minutes.
Fantastic, and you took credit, or you took responsibility for when it wasn't so fantastic. Is it still basically going to be you calling the plays in the red zone in 2015?
Well, Coach Boomer and I, we work together on the play calling. We kind of run and pass to a certain degree, although I'll make run suggestions and he'll make pass suggestions. Coach Davina Pritchard is intimately involved in the passing game with me as well. But the red zone for us came down to execution. And I'm a firm believer in this. The red zone for me comes down to 3 different things. Number 1, running the football. You've got to be able to run the ball efficiently in the red zone, no matter what style of offense you use. Number 2, having an athletic quarterback. Whether you can use him in the running game or he can scramble for first downs and scramble for touchdowns. And number 3 is finding matchups. And later in the year, I thought we did a better job of just finding our matchups, making the throws, making the catches, helping the coaches put guys in position. I think Devin Kajus and our tight ends down in the red zone, those guys are tough one-on-one matchups. And we find a good matchup, we just have to exploit it. And now when people try to protect over it, that's when we can run the ball, we can do different things. So I think later in the year, we did all 3 of those things. Kevin did a great job scrambling, didn't force the ball late in the year, scrambled, got positive yards. We did a great job running the football, more physical up front. I think our runners ran through some trash and broke some tackles. And at the same time, you saw Kajus make plays, you saw Austin make plays.